Well, hello everyone, Commander Plater here, and welcome to today's live stream. I hope everyone's doing very well. Your week's going as the week does tend to go, and it's alright, I guess. Today we are going to be back in playing some more Planet Zoo, and we have got a bit of a plan. I say a plan. I don't do planning very well, as most people know, but I will certainly do my damnedest best to build something interesting. I'm hoping interesting, at least today. That's going to be the plan. But like I said, I hope you guys are having a good week, and it will likely be better than some of the animals in the zoo. Because they keep... because apparently one of our lemurs has died almost immediately when we've jumped in. So that's a great start to things, isn't it? Dead lemurs. Dead lemurs, hungry frogs, and hungry pandas. We're not going to worry about them too much. So, quick dive into the zoo. So remember last time we streamed, we created Komodo Kingdom, which is quite popular with the guests, as you can tell. They like coming in, they like looking at all of the animals, and they come in and they look at the Komodo dragons. Now, I think the Komodo dragons were expecting some offspring, which is... No, they're not. Do they have them? It'd be nice if they had them, but I don't really know how Komodo dragons breed. So, we will obviously have to see how that goes. That water's dirty though, so we're going to need to do something about that. So, we're probably going to put a water treatment plant in up here quickly. Now, what I'm really kind of looking forward to doing, and this is going to be well overdue, yeah, we do need to put one in. I would very much like to have chimpanzees or gorillas, or some monkeys. Some monkeys in the zoo. I think that would be really nice. Right, we've got low welfare on this panda. Because it's hungry, we'll call to keep to the habitat anyway. Oh, and a Bengal tiger has just had some offspring. Uh-oh. I didn't realise that we had a pregnant one. That's exciting. She's quite young as well, which is good news. But yeah, the breeding program's going well. Evening, Haztech. How you doing, fella? Hope you're doing alright. But yeah, we're going to, I think, build off of here. Initially, we're going to put some aardvarks in, like I said. So if we look in our animal trading, stored at the moment, we've got 2 aardvarks, male and female, and they can't be released to the wild. So it means we kind of have to do something for them. Now I do have quite a decent number of Bengal tigers. I think we're nearing the start of, and actually snow leopards as well. Tons of snow leopards. But yeah, let's get in and get building. I think that's going to be the plan. I'm hoping that this will build nicely past the staff path that we have. That's the idea. Evening, Gary. How you doing? Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, we're gonna extend the zoo out. Now, Evening Vortex. How you doing, mate? You wanna know what's weird? Is that putting that down costs $6.50. That costs $9, but that costs $6.50. Huh. Looks like the same amount of pavement to me. Oh well. So yeah, we've definitely got enough space. I was considering putting something in, because this was supposed to be Tiger Rock, so we might put in another kind of rock arch so we can look in. But let's focus on one thing at a time. Yeah, I'm getting to the point where I might have to consider actually putting some animals on contraceptives, which I never thought I'd need to. So, does anyone know anything about aardvarks? Because I don't have a clue. The aardvark is a medium-sized insectivore that lives throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Okay, that's fine. They have pink grey skin with sparse coarse hair, large slender ears, and an elongated head that ends in a pig-like snout. Males are slightly larger than females, and both sexes are generally between 105 to 130 centimetres long and have a tail between 60 to 70 centimetres and weigh between 40 and 65 kilo. They're not endangered, but it is vulnerable in certain areas. They have large foraging range in the wild to allow them to acquire enough food. Affected by land use change, like the expansion of farmland and urban areas. Sometimes they're killed by farmers, oh no, who want to prevent them from digging up their land. Right, well, habitat, they don't need to climb, they don't need water. Temperature requirement, that's fine. Okay. Even this makes no sense though. They live in groups of 1 to 2, but then they're polygamous, we'll say that. And guests can enter the habitat, which is interesting because you don't really want that to happen. You don't kind of want a yeah, you don't really want people to enter an enclosure with aardvark, because aardvarks are pretty much pure muscle. If an aardvark runs into a human being, they freaking know about it. I can tell you that much. But you know what? If we can have an enclosure that people can go into, let's do it. And no, this is not a Disney icon. Just to get that out there. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? Everyone alright? Not overdoing it, I hope. I say that, I don't care, you could be. You should be. You should all be working much harder than you are. I said it now. So tough. Okay. Now, because I have an idea, which might work or might not. Because if we can have a walk-through enclosure, let's do a walk-through enclosure, shall we? We'll make that a little bit larger. Not quite that large though. And so it begins. Now, I don't know if anyone spotted it, those that are into Elite Dangerous. I'm sure you guys have seen that the beta starts tomorrow, which will be interesting. So we got some things come in, including some new states on the background sim, which is some of the stuff that we were doing yesterday's stream. Hey chickers, how you doing, fella? You alright? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing something unusual with this enclosure. And normally my unusual enclosures don't work out very well for me. But we'll give it a go anyway. Yeah, I'm doing alright, chickers. I'm doing alright. Had a bit of a chilled out kind of day. You know, essentials, washing, all that kind of stuff. Bless you, Kim.
Thanks.
Just so everyone knows that wasn't me sneezing, that was Mrs. Plater. I'm doing an aardvark enclosure, chickers. That's kind of the plan. And what we're doing with it is we're gonna try and do something a little bit different. And I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out. What I was initially thinking was that it'd have an underground walkthrough on it, but I've kind of changed my mind on that a little bit. We're going to have a walkthrough that goes up the top instead. That kind of like goes through. Yeah, that's going to be the plan. But yeah, land sculpting. I'm kind of keeping things pretty two-dimensional until I can get the hang of the sculpting side of things, because I struggle with it a little bit. And there are loads of people who just absolutely nail it, and it's like, oh. So what we're going to do, I'm not entirely sure how this will work, but barrier-wise, we're going to put in a wooden habitat gate, like here. That's the plan on that. So that's where the keepers will come in and out. I'm going to put a keeper path in here. That looks awful. We can't. What? Path, why you do this? Is there not like a proper... There we go. Do that instead. That's fine. Now we're going to pull up the train around this a little bit. So we're going to have an over-the-top walk-through enclosure instead. So we're going to take some of the principles that we've used over in the snow leopard enclosure. So over here, with the snow, nope, that's the hyenas. So snow leopards, over here you've got this walk-through thing here, which for some reason nobody's in. That's a bit weird. Why is no one in there? Have people just completely lost interest in them? Oh my god, they have. No one's interested in them. Oh no. Bit weird. Oh well, yeah, so we're going to kind of base on the principles on that. It's going to be... I don't know if you can have pathing going over the top. Oh yeah, chickers, I get totally fixated on stuff. So, Tortoise Town is properly Tortoise Town now. So you go into Tortoise Town, and we have actual tortoises. So that's the Galapagos tortoises. Then we have Nile monitors. Then we have the Aldabra tortoises in there. And then we've got the Komodo dragons in Komodo Kingdom. I am going to call a mechanic for that though. So yeah, always busy. I feel like there's so much to do that it's like that, and that's the hyena hideout, as we're calling it. So, over here, we're going to need to go into construction, because this is what we are going to be doing. Like I say, I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work, but we're going to make a start, and we're going to go from there. Now, so far, everything kind of has this theme to it, so I think that's what we're going to stick with. And we're going to put that there. And what this should hopefully do is that I'll tie in... Actually, we'll remove that one. And I'm hoping that it's all going to become clear what I'm doing when we get to it. So we're kind of making the walk-through enclosure is going to be on a raised platform. And so that way people will be able to walk in, take a look at the aardvarks without disturbing them. I think that's the plan. So it is the case of you come in, you have a walk around, and then, you know, you get out. Hey Nightbot, how you doing? No raccoons, no rickrolling, but what we do have is we do have red pandas, but no rickrolling, that is for sure. Now, what a lot of it comes down to is how the pathing works. Or doesn't work, as the case may be, and I think it might not work how I want it to. Does it? So I'm going to put the first piece of path in, and then what we can do is we can just move this down slightly so it remains on top, and now we can go back in. Severage, hey, how you doing? Yeah, the train thing isn't OC for me. Nightbot says bless you. So we can go back to aligning with the grid. I don't know about... Wait. See, okay, no. We deselect the grid. We're going to align it to that path. There we go. Now we're talking. That's obstructed, which I thought, I didn't think it was going to be. And now, I know what's coming from people in a minute here. Don't say it. Oh yeah, not many people can eat a whole one, chickers. It's that they're quite sizable. We're actually going to remove that. Yeah. Don't worry, it won't remain phallic for long. But please, chickers, note that I'm saying phallic, not Alec. All right. Also, I've got the wrong path selected, which is never good. Wait, is it not gonna let me change it? Which I'm pretty sure is acceptable. What? No path, no path, no. Right, I'm gonna have to do it again. Which is fine. Because we've got some things we need to take into consideration. But this is going to be the rough gist of it. But yeah, the path is going to come along the top. So we have that in there. Have that there. Sticking out. Oh no, Nightbot. What was your army? What was your army of choice? Now what we need to do with the pathing is we don't want those path supports, so we can remove them. Because they are actually supported by the structure underneath instead. Doesn't quite go, does it? I mean, to be fair, we probably should have something that is seen as wheelchair accessible. Yeah, being sensible from it. Eldar, ugh, pointy-eared space elves, rubbish. Okay. Because I want this here. I want to be able to have it underneath. Or there. So obviously it's got a an area around it where you can't build. For me, Space Marines and Blood Angels, that was my chosen chapter. I like the fact that they were absolutely mental. I appreciated the pure mentalness of them. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? If we could have it. Oh yeah. Now, I'm winging this as we go, because that's okay. If we move that, to there, get rid of that, because what we can do is, because people are actually allowed inside the enclosure. What we can do is we can put that across there. I mean, to be fair, the thing is that what gets me is that I mean, I haven't actually played for a very long time. I think I last played and it was 3rd edition that the game was on. Yeah, I feel like I showed my age there. Because I see now you've got like the Primarchs are back and stuff, and it's like, well, where have you been? Like, where the hell have you been? Why are you only coming back now? It's ridiculous. All that kind of stuff. we want to reduce the length on the fencing. What we'll do is if we can get this straightened out. I actually had, for a while, I had a Necron army when they were first introduced, because I liked the aesthetic of them, and they reminded me a lot of the androids from Space Crusade, which Space Crusade was ace. Ace Crusade? Nah, I don't think we'll say that. But yeah, we're going to draw these up. I think, because what we can do here is have a post in the middle, and we can draw this side up slightly. Close, but of course it's not in the middle, so we need to move that over. It's about the right spot, to be fair. You're on 3rd edition. Yeah. For a while they were doing everything in centimeters, and that threw off everything for me, which is ridiculous. That was a problem I had. Okay. But I mean, it all changed at the same time that I moved into the bigger, wider world and discovered things like going out with friends and computer games. Actually, computer games filled a massive hole in my life that I didn't realise was there. It used to be all about BattleTech. Good old BattleTech. Yeah, my brother was into BattleTech. He's kind of the one that's responsible for the family being into wargaming, and his kids are into Games Workshop and wargaming and all that kind of stuff. Really talented. They're really good. But then again, both my brothers are very artistic when it comes to painting miniatures. They do a great job of it. I, not so much. I was more interested in the building side of things rather than the painting. And then I kind of broke my hand when I was 18. So that puts a bit of a downer on things, because it meant that I couldn't hold a paintbrush properly. The stupid things we do as kids. Right, why don't you let me put that there? Okay, this is kind of taking shape, but it's not quite the right shape. Now that's what we want. Talisman leading Dungeon Track. Yeah, Talisman. Yeah, and Hero Quest. We'll go old school now. Hero Quest. It was great. Okay, now, problem we've got is this bit under here, because it's clashing, so we do need to reduce the length of this bit a bit. That'll do. Oh, 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 oh. Nope. That is not what we meant to do. Okay. Move that to there. I think we're gonna pull this post out so it's roughly in line with that one, and then we're gonna pull it out over here as well so it kind of lines up. I'm gonna attempt to completely break the game here. I don't know how this will work. Come on. There we go. Now, I want to connect that to there, but then what I also want it to be is I want it to be much lower. Hey Laurie, how you doing? I'm doing alright today. Having a pretty chilled one. So remove that. We're going to the path section. We're just going to remove that bit. I don't know if we're going to be able to re-put that in. Bits or a dry needling trick. What? A what? I don't even know what that is. But it sounds terrifying. Yeah, I know what acupuncture is. Is it the same kind of thing? Now, why won't that go in now? It says it's obstructed. Is that because we can't have this going over a bit? Well, actually, no, we can have this going over a barrier. We know that for a fact. It's the same needle pretty much focuses on muscles. Interesting. Where does it tell me the height on this? It does not tell me the height on that. So you would have thought that would reach, wouldn't you? Because I can get to there, and then it doesn't connect. Is it this that's the problem? It certainly sounds interesting. I can tell you that much. Oh, we do one off there. I want that to align to this. Yeah, so you can go over it. But then I guess it's that is now the problem. So if we remove them, we don't need them in there. Oh, you son of a... Evening Galarak, how you doing? Yeah, we can't build there, I think, because of that. Yeah, Chickers, it does. There are some games that I play where I log in and there's immediately an update, and I'm like, oh great, there's an update, and I don't bother playing. Let's move that that could be the problem. So I'll move these off slightly. Yeah, that's the problem. Evening is, how you doing, fella? Apparently I'm calling everyone fella this evening, so apologies if I misname you. It is not intentional. Right, well, in that case we're going to need to remove that piece of path, because that was a bit that was giving us issues. Then we're going to put that in, and then lower that down. Yay! Now we're talking. Is that alright, me old mucker? You do love that plateau over by the relic hunters in Conan, don't you? I think we all have our places that we like building in games like Conan. Soloing a red dragon. Well then, I have no words for that. This bit does need... Right, we need to do the same thing that we did over on the other side. Oh. That should do it. And then we'll drop this down like we did on the other side. And then we'll path across it, which we can't because it's still slightly too high. So the Nightbot, the bridges and stuff that I made in Conan, I all did in solo play. So it's all still there, unless I go and delete it all, which I'm not going to. I like to think that if you can get the build system in Conan to work, then the chances are you can get the build system in any game to work. Okay, so we're almost sorted. I don't quite know how this will work, because I wanted to put like that as the entrance in. Actually, perhaps, you know what? Maybe we can move this. This would be the best place to have it. This would be absolutely freaking amazing. but it won't go. Now what if we... It's obviously got a distance around it that you have to give, even though... What I could do with actually, is there a... I think there's an option somewhere where you can see... You see invisible barriers, highlight hidden barriers all... No. Laurie, no. No, I don't have one in the barrier. What we do have is we've just got it around. So I think we're going to have to put it, like, over the edge. Here. Or something like that. Is that path section ice? What are you talking about, Nightbot? I'm confused. Because what we can actually know, what we can always do is we can put that there, and then we can build up. We do a bit of this. I'm just confused. I just didn't know what you were talking about. It's one of those like, is that this? It's like, wait a minute. And because of the delay, I never know 100% if we're either looking at or talking about the same thing half the time. Okay. I'm just gonna pull this back so it makes a reasonably straight line. I'm gonna pull this up slightly. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully what that should mean is that they'll be able to come up and get that one. See, you can't just say custard. I'm like, what are you talking about custard for? I'm not going to have a clue what you're talking about. Which was your point. Well played. So, we're going to go back in and we're going to continue to edit this bit. So the theme we've got going on are in arches, and they're not curved wooden arches? I guess not. The idea being... And we probably should have like barriers. Barriers? Do I mean barriers? Yeah, we probably should have railings on this bridge. 'Cause I don't think we really need those arches in there, after all. Because I don't like the way they're looking. And these aren't really meant to be used as structural supports as such. But you know what? You can use whatever pieces you like to do whatever you like in Planet Zoo, and that's what I'm doing. We can pretty much guarantee that the aardvarks are not going to like being this exposed. But that's the idea behind having this bit down here, is it gives them somewhere to hide. Also, I don't know if we can do tunnels. This could be an interesting one. Okay. I'm going to give this a go, and I'm going to try and make a tunnel. I think that might work. Oh, that seems to have just stopped. How? How? Why is that not? Oh, that's way too big. Let's give that a go. See, I thought that might go further in. I'm going to name it Park Aardvark. No, we're not. We're going to call it something witty. I'm sticking kind of with alliteration. So things like, hey, we've already got like hyena hideout, and we have what the other place we got? Tortoise Town, Komodo Kingdom, Limaland. To me, that I think would be enough. Aardvarks do like to dig. It's a little bit tough to do, but we're giving them a little bit of underground space. I have no idea how far I've gone with it, or if it's big enough for an aardvark to go in, or if an aardvark would go in it. Aardpark. S&T, how you doing? I mean, Aardvark Avenue is really good. I might use that because it's kind of like a little path over it. Oh my goodness! It came out of the right bleeding place. So we got a little tunnel. I think Aardvark Avenue is the one. Because the Aardpark doesn't make a lot of sense for just one little enclosure. I'm hoping that's big enough for the Aardvarks to go in. Now I feel like I probably have to do one over on this side as well. Because I'm trying to think, because the aardvarks at London Zoo, as being like probably my most visited zoo, they have a little kind of thing that you can look in. You can go inside. Yeah, that having no idea where you are. It's a weird one. How do animals get anywhere? Like, these animals that live under... Oh my goodness. These animals... Oh, come on. No. Doing... There we go. Yeah, animals that dig. Yeah, I'm not doing animal battles anymore. So Aardvark Arena isn't probably gonna quite work. It's not gonna hit the right kind of mood that we're going for. Mood and or habitat. Oh god, come on. That is ridiculous. This is freaking ridiculous. How to stay so close to the ground. It's painful. Okay. Oh. Son of a... yeah, so now that I've marked all of my content that I produce not being aimed at kids, I feel like I could probably get away with being a little bit ruder than normal. But I'm trying really hard not to, because I feel like it then continues to go against the rules of the channel. So we're going sideways with the tunnel. We're getting out of this place. We're trying to get out of it. And watch the Aardvarks never even freaking use this thing. That's yeah, exactly that. I don't think they will appreciate the effort, and I don't know where the tunnel entrance is now, or where the exit's going to be. This could be enough to put me off actually doing anything in the future that's going to be underground. Like, come on. I'm open to advice if anyone has any, and that's good, sensible advice. Oh, it's that turning that bastard in corner. Alright. Okay. We'll just keep going until we hit daylight on this side. Eek. Yeah, I don't know if there is. Okay, right, we're out. We're out! Hooray! Okay. Now, I'm going to also have to paint the inside of the tunnel so that it's the correct terrain colour. But that should be considerably easier to do. Because we're just going to use soil on the inside. Because why would there be grass on the inside? And we'll have the soil kind of trail. Yeah, persistence. If anyone ever gives up because something's difficult the first time, none of us would be walking, would we? None of us would be doing all of those things that we consider difficult, but now we just do anyway. Everything that takes a little bit of skill, and that can be from using a computer to doing whatever. I haven't really got much else to add to that. I'm low on ideas now. I've used all of my ideas up on that, right? This seemed like a great idea. This could do with it being a little bit softer. The aardvarks are never going to bleed and use this, are they? And I'm assuming they're like soil cover. Wait, I'm trying to think, having seen aardvarks, I was saying at the zoo, kind of did. I said I liked it. It's what they had. They might love, I don't know, plush carpets, but they don't have them. Right, we're going to go into the smoothing tool, so we can smooth the tunnel entrances. I'm trying really hard to make sure I don't say anything weird now, because I'm suddenly highly aware that these look a little bit suspect. Yeah, okay. Cool. That... What do you mean there's a square edge there? What are we talking about? Oh, well, we're going to put rocks over top of them anyway. Jill, you're saying, am I going to flatten anything? Well, this is kind of... I mean, what I've just put in is this tunnel. I've put tunnels in. Two tunnels for the aardvarks. So they have some flat space underneath this bridge that we've built for them. You say, oh, get off. Little one sneaked in. Oh, those little chickers on the mum's tablet. Oh, really? Well, I will be on my best behaviour, chickers. I'll continue to have the good language. Didn't even put 2 and 2 together. But the idea is that it is supposed to be raised up so that when people walk along, they'll be able to see the aardvarks. That's the idea. Because technically they're entering into the enclosure at that point. Which does make me think, are they inside the enclosure at this point? Because we put a guest gate in. Could that not be... Hey, if I could... No, we can't. That's fine. Yeah, chickers, I'll let you enjoy that family drama. I don't mind answering their questions, though. But like I said, technically, everything is marked as not aimed for children. Just under the new COPPA regulations that are coming in, what YouTubers are having to do is they're having to mark all of their content, whether it is aimed at children. Oh no, what are we doing? Whether it's aimed at children or aimed at adults. I'm sticking with mine being not specifically made for children, so it's not like children's education or anything like that. Plus, you know, the games I play typically are played by adults, especially Elite Dangerous. So it's a bit of a pain that we're having to do it, considering that's an American ruling that has come out and hit us all. But then again, there's a bunch of stuff that comes from Europe that then also hits them too. I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to move the aardvarks in. Yeah, Vortex, no more Pavlov streams for the kids. Oh god, could you imagine, like, hey children, welcome to Pavlov. I hope you're all having a smashing day today, and this is how we do it. Oh. My first headshot. Oh, nope. Nope. So chances are people complain about seeing these buildings, but who cares? What we want is we want railings on elevated, because railings are important. Yeah, and no mini. I had to tell them off last night, didn't I? Yeah, Nightbot, I did. The only I think Zero Caliber, unfortunately, is only PvE, so you don't get to shoot your friends, which, as we know, is a set. Well, that's gonna drive me insane if we can't do that. Yeah. I guess we're gonna have to take. Oh. Why is this not working? Radio elevated. But the for kids. Ooh. Eek. We could. I mean, the thing is that I'm not one to tell other people what games they should be playing. I mean, Scorb has he's switched over to Oculus now, or he's picked up a. Take that off. Put that there. Then we'll do Raining on Elevated again, and try and work out what the issue is. I think it's that piece of terrain. So we're going to push that in, and then we'll try and put that in there again. No, it's not. Oh, that is going to be... That's... Oh, alright. Sorted. Okay. I thought that was going to be a drama, but it wasn't. Something we do have to play... we're looking at playing a space game where you have to repair a spaceship. That's kind of the idea behind it. But yeah, we're looking forward to giving that a go. So we just need to go in and we're going to select the aardvark. And then we're going to put in some things for the aardvark. Like, they apparently aardvarks love a slow feeder, but we're going to put it in places where... Oh, what's happening here? This animal is starving. Well, what is it doing up there? Is what I have to say about that. They're practically outside. No, not No Man's Sky, not Zero G. It is a it's one where you have to basically fix a spaceship. It's a bit like a survival room or an escape room, which as you guys heard how well we did at Fantasticon whilst giving that a go. Hey, it was a little bit of a nightmare. Okay, put that there. They love a cardboard box, apparently, so we'll give them a cardboard box. They'll have a termite mound feeder, so they can have one of them. The question is, will that have... That better not have messed up the tunnel. No, it's fine. Barrel feeder, percent marker, put that over there. A rubbing pad, we can put that outside the entrance to one of the tunnels. That's cut into that a little bit, so we'll have to smooth it off. But yeah, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's interesting though. It looks interesting. I'll find it because I've only recently installed it. Just because I can't remember what on earth it's called. No, I still can't remember. But either way, it's that that we're going to give a go. I can't tell what it's called off the top of my head. Can we find out? No. Who knows? Who knows? Lee, what you broke yours? What did you break? This comes down to the delay in me not knowing what on earth's happened. I'm gonna need to put a large food trough in for them. I'm gonna put that under there so they potentially get left alone by people whilst they're having something to eat. I put a small ball in as well because yeah, cardboard boxes. Every animal in the zoo loves a cardboard box, apparently. And a sprinkler. And that should do it. Got lots of hungry animals. What is happening? What is going on? Oh, he's literally turned up to feed them. Your box. Oh well, that makes it difficult to tell you to get back into it, doesn't it? Get back in your box. I can't, it's broken. Are they nocturnal? Yeah, they are, but I mean that doesn't really. It's not really something we have to worry about. The timing of the zoo, like the zoo does have a closing time, but the thing is that it just stays open, and everyone still comes in. So who am I to question that? Really. Also, I haven't said it already, and we're like an hour in. This happens every time. Every freaking time that I do a stream of this, I forget. Please do make sure you hit the like button on YouTube if you haven't already, guys. It's much appreciated if you do. You've got some research completed on the Komodo dragon. Now what we need to do is select the aardvarks, and we're going to see whether or not they like anything that we have done, and it's all wrong. They like more long grass than there is, but they like more short grass than there is too. They really need to work out. So it's too much soil. So we're just going to put in some long grass around the edges. It'll be fine. I'm surprised they don't like rock. Like any at all. Like not even a little bit. But yeah, the people don't leave, so they don't all empty out for a few hours, because the way the timing goes, it just goes and goes and goes. A Nightbot? Don't threaten the viewers. Hang on, wait, are you really talking about... You're talking about the yogurts that come in two different things, so, like the... Why are we talking about... yogurts all of a sudden? They actually did a really good dessert selection of them. They had one that was a Mississippi mud pie. That was like, oh, yeah, top tier yogurts. Alright, we need some. Oh yeah, Yeah, alright, okay. That makes sense. So we need to... This looks bad. Alright, well we're going to jump into the rocks, because we always like rocks, and we are going to go for grassland or tropical. What are the tropical rocks look like? Yeah, tropical rocks. That's almost what I'm looking for, but not quite. I'm gonna go a little bit small, a little bit more understated than that. I think Restream Box went to sleep. Did it? Are you sure, Vortex? Because I can see it on stream. Unless people are talking to me on Twitch and I haven't seen it. No. No, I can see it all, Vortex. Looks to be fine. Oh, right, YouTube chat is not duplicating. Oh, that. Oh, well, tough is what I've got to say. It's a bit of a pain at times. This is going to be the worst place to be building stuff. No, when I say tough, it's just like as in it is a pain, and I really wish it wasn't like that, but it is. It does actually get on my nerves, but it is a free service, so we have to kind of take the rough with the smooth on that. But then again, you gotta remember, if a service is free, then you are the product. Okay, now we just need a slab of cladding. Almost there on this bit. And then we only have to do it 3 more times. Something similar to that. Ah, oh, chickers. That's good to know. How old is the little chickers? And also, are you going to have to buy him Planet Z? 11 in January. Ah. Got to enjoy the time before he becomes a teenager, I guess. But yeah, I saw that you take him to karate. Good choice. Good choice of beginner martial art. So rocks used to, this is something that was changed recently in Planet Zoo, is rocks used to they used to affect the what's what I'm looking for, terrain values. So where I've gone through and I have painted all of this in grass colours and in rock and soil and all that kind of stuff, there's a it counts towards the type of habitat that the animal likes. Rocks did for a while cause an issue where they would change that. So you'd go through and you'd make everything look good, and then you put rocks in and it would immediately ruin it, which they got rid of, which is good. Yeah, it can be difficult to find a good martial arts club. Since there's something to the British team, it all depends on which British team as well. Because what I didn't realise is when I was starting off in martial arts, is that there are a million different teams of different kinds. So I made it onto the WKA English kickboxing team. I didn't realise that there was an IKA, an ISKA, an EKA. It was just like so many different types of teams where I was like, oh my god, there are so many. Like, why did I not know about this kind of thing? But yeah, turns out there's loads, and I had no clue. And also then there are different styles of karate as well, and all that stuff. I did Shotokan. That's what I started off with. God, that looks a bit cheap, doesn't it? That looks cheap and mass-produced. I think we've let ourselves down there a little bit, guys. It's quick and it's dirty and it looks about right. But yeah, we're definitely phoning this in at this point. So I think we might have to remove that. Crane style, Nightbot. Types of karate are not named after animals. But there is such a type of kung fu as white crane kung fu. Cool, right. Just one more tunnel entrance to go. They better use them. I'd be so disappointed if they don't. I'd be so disappointed. Okay, so the Karate Kid remake was useless because he was doing kung fu, and the point was they called him Karate Kid as an insult, and it doesn't help the classical divide in martial arts styles that exists. But yeah, there's always been like this historical divide between Japanese martial arts and Chinese martial arts for no reason. For no reason other than people's personal preference of what they enjoy. Because the only thing that really matters is that you enjoy doing it. And if you want to use said martial art for a reason, whether it be competition or whether it be self-defense, then the only thing that really matters is that it works. But yeah, the original Karate Kid is an absolute classic, and I do recommend that people watch Cobra Kai, the TV series, the series, if they haven't already, and that's a YouTube premium type thing. You'd have to look into. It's good though. Yeah, chick as it is. I mean, they do have that kind of. I mean, Fist of Legend is a prime example of that. But unfortunately, for the Japanese people are pretty reluctant to admit that karate in its purest form, that you comes from Okinawa, was actually came from Japan originally. Now we need to put plants in. We're after tropical African plants. Which I think will be good for these guys. Let's just make sure. They like tropical grass, Africa. Actually, no, let's go for grassland. Mix it up. And I know I'm saying it weird. Grassland. Okay. Pop in some flowers and pop a tree in. Ah, beautiful. Nettles are always good. So I always think you've got to think about where plants grow in the real world. So you always find stinging nettles around like tree stumps, or you find them growing like out next to a lamppost or that kind of thing. I'll put some small ones up there, just a little bit right by the entrance to the caves. Am I calling them caves now, not tunnels? Guess I am. It's a wattle bush. I've never seen one of these before, but we're going to put it in because it looks like it. Oh no, that doesn't belong here, even though it says it does. We'll pop in a little thing of goldenrod plants. Put them in there. We got some nettle strips that we can put in. They will be, because nettles quite like shady spots. I like using real life knowledge to help build stuff in games like this. It's satisfying. It makes you realise that all of that general knowledge that you have is not a complete and utter waste of space in your head. I don't think we should be putting bizarre sculptures and stuff in though. That would be a bit much. How do I know? Okay, so the reason why I know is because you've got to think about, you always see sting nettles in places. They're never growing like in the middle of a field. They are always kind of like off to the edge of a border, or they're around the base of a tree. And that's just because that's where they are. Let's add a little bit of colour in, shall we, over here. And that comes from having a mother who is a gardener. So you just pick stuff up when you do things like clearing the grass, helping to clear the garden. Lee, I need to see your garden. Is it bad? Or is it good? Is it kind of like, you need to see my garden, it looks good? Or you need to see my garden, oh my goodness, it's a freaking nightmare? That kind of thing. Aardvarks don't like pink flowers. Yes, they do. What's not to like? Oh god, they don't. What is wrong? It says it's from the wrong continent, but it's not. Ah, I forgot to select Africa. So actually, yeah, they don't like these at all. That's a surprise. Guess I'll put some African daisies in instead then. It does look a little bit sparse over on this side. Yeah, I'm not particularly a fan of fish as pets. I don't, or as like keeping them. It's something that I've never wanted to do. I do think tropical tanks look very cool. But it's the classic little bit, each to their own. It's okay. We can all like different things. It's allowed. What type of tree is this? Hookthorn acacia. Yeah, they're Japanese. Yeah, but I'm not. That's kind of my retort to that. I'm not Japanese. I might have practiced the Japanese martial art, but I'm not. So, facilities, we want to put in. Yeah, I'm trying to create something different every single time I make an enclosure. I'm trying to really create something different and unique each time. And I think that's a nice little enclosure. There are some things that I probably want to add on to this, which we are going to add on. And like we said, we came up with a name, didn't we? So we're going to have to go with that. Let's just make sure the aardvarks are happy. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Excuse me. Yeah, brilliant. I can't have fish in the zoo. It's not an option. But we need to start researching the aardvarks so we can... Okay. We got more research done? Koi Creek. No. No, can't do that. Oh, the snow leopard is about to mature. This little guy. So we're just going to run it until he's an adult, and then we need to move him somewhere, or move her somewhere. Because there'll be immediate overcrowding. There we go. And bear in mind I've already used Kingdom once as well, so we can't be using Koi Kingdom. Store that one. Now, chances are, is there only one cub? Or is there two? Oh, look, Julian. The ultimate in snow leopard names. Let's enter the trade centre. And we'll go back over to the aardvarks that have arrived, as it were. And we should start having people coming up here soon. I mean, is anyone going to come and look at the freaking aardvarks? Anyone? Anyone? Wait, is this in the way? I just thought people might want to come and look at aardvarks, you know? Okay, people are looking at the aardvarks. This is good. They... What staff facilities are they whinging about? This. They can't even freaking see it. Now, if we ignore the fact that... Oh, no, they're alright. They're standing there. They're leaning. They're having a look. Oh. Apparently you have alpha warthogs. I didn't know this was a thing. We're going... Ooh. Well... Rating 1000 for that one. Rating 750, but it's got a... hey Hunter, how you doing, fella? See, that's it, I did it. I called you fella again. I called everyone bloody fella this evening. I'm sorry. I don't mean to generically address everybody. It's not my intention. The word just keeps coming out. If it helps, I call Clive fella too. Right, let's have a look. Right, well we're gonna... I think his genetics are gonna be good. His genetics are good. Is Baruti's genetics? His aren't as good. So we're actually going to get rid of him. We're going to give away the... Oh, we can't get rid of him. Well, I'm going to send him to the trade centre. Get him out. Because this guy's actually got superior genetics. So we are going to keep him. And yes, indeed, we are sticking... with Eugenics Zoo. That's a male who's about to mature, so we're going to watch him mature. It's a weird thing to say out loud. And then we're just going to release him into the wild, I think. Timberwolves are allowed to fight. Yeah, no fish. Unfortunately, there's no... there's some aquatic animals you can have, but there's no fish, you can't have them at all. Which I feel like that might potentially change in the future. The reason I say that is because they've started to put aquatic animals in... Oh, thanks Clive. Don't think it was that time yet, but alright. But yeah, because in Jurassic World Evolution they're putting in aquatic animals, which could work. But I mean, there are so many animals that I would consider that you'd expect to see in the zoo they don't have in. So I'm looking forward to seeing them. Clive always does, yeah. In particular, he likes tuna, likes salmon, trout. Like the trout, don't you, fella? See, just call him fella. Oh God, it's annoying, isn't it? There you go, buddy. Right. So we'll see whether or not Clive stays there. So we've got fighting for alpha status somewhere. Apparently they are. But they're not. We'll jump over to the Timberwolves. Because there's a lot. Got a Watkins there. Who's he got? Embrace. His genetics. That's a good set of genetics. Let's compare them to him. His, so that's 83, 40, 100. And then 50. Then we got 58. Nah, gone. Embrace, you're out. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. No Clive Cam at the moment. What I am thinking of doing is putting in a Clive Cam. They're also going to be released to the wild because they're not good enough. Because he's taken to sleeping kind of like next to me. Genetics, they are good. Okay, 75, 58, 66. 83, 41, so appeal is higher. I guess we're just going to trade him out again. Get rid of Zane. He's gone. He's not quite good enough. Alright, Nightbot. Oh my, we've got... okay. I've got way too many wolves. Oh, like they've got really good genetics. We've got to keep Yule. Yule can stay. Senor can go into. I think we're going to put a bit of storage. But yes, Yule can stay. Problem with Yule, right? If we're going to comparing mates, the issue we're going to have, I think, is a lot of inbreeding. But technically, inbreeding doesn't matter that much, which... Okay, do not take that out of context, but the inbreeding doesn't matter that much for the wolves in this game. So we need to... If we release Maya into the wild, she's quite small, so genetically speaking, not that great, so we're going to release her to the wild. Then we're also going to release Watkins. Except we can't. We're going to have to send them to the trade centre. Now we're going to go into the trade centre, which we are now essentially overstocked in. We're going to select the wolves. Timber wolves. There they are. Okay, so Watkins, we have to quick trade out, just because we don't really need him. That's annoying. Okay, so I think we sent Senor. Genetics aren't that great, so we're going to release them to the wild. We're done. Alright, catch you chickers. Take care. Now, how are we doing on the tree frogs? Because we did have a large number of tree frogs, but the thing is, they die and then they recover quite quickly. And these are all old. Like almost all the ones I've got in there are old. Oh, that's a surprise. That means they're gonna. Where are all of the frogs going? I thought the frogs were just breeding like crazy, but apparently they all seem to have hit the same age at the same time somehow. Let's just... okay. Because you have to research all of the animals as time goes on. And as you do, you can improve the layouts, which is what we're working on. Just having a quick run around to make sure everyone's layout is to the best possible state it can be. Oh. There's no animals in this one. Huh. I'll have to stay that way. And that, of course, is the Clive Pavilion, which is soon to be the entire centre of the zoo, as it were. Like the heart of the zoo. I think we'll put in the habitat education stand so that we can educate people about the animals on the way in, and then we will catch them on the way out as well. Now where is that? There. It's going to be Aardvarks, of course. I don't know how I did this. Not my best move. And again, make that about Aardvarks. And we also want to put in educational speaker. It's asking us if we want to attach it. We're not going to attach it, but we are going to essentially put it on like one of the railings in the middle of the bridge. And that way it's in a reasonably prominent position. And we're going to make that all about Aardvarks. Whack the volume up so it gets everybody, and even the Aardvarks are going to remain well educated about themselves. Go on, go that way. Go that. What? Where are they going? There's lots of damaged things around here. Really, it's always the bins. Always getting kicked over. Yes, Clive, that is correct. Oh, another timber wolf has matured. No, they're all the ones I've just got rid of. That's catch-up messages. Everything seems to be ticking over nicely. Red Ruffalima is about to have overcrowding. Ooh. Okay. That's a lot of warthogs. That's a lot of warthogs. One of the reasons why I decided to have warthogs, and there's a reasonably good reason for this, is common warthogs breed, and that way we can sell them off. So you can see we've got a lot of them. And we want to keep the ones with the higher ratings, really, but these ones down here we can probably sell off. I know, I've got to stop using the word sell off. Not sell off, release into the wild. In particular the males. I think we're just going to get rid of the males. Yeah, let's do that. If we get rid of the males, then we can continue the expensive breeding program, can't we? And that, what that'll mean is that the one female... Oh, Nile monitors, we've got some overcrowding over here. Yeah, Laurie, I mentioned that's the one that's like the African Plains enclosure, isn't it? Because you've got a lot of different animals that can go in that one. Are these the ones that are fighting? Got Riyadh, Sabia. I think we're going to have to do the same thing that we just done with the Nile monitors, which was unexpected. I wasn't expecting to have to do that just yet. But yeah, I've got a couple of enclosures with 2 different types of animals in. So we've got one where we have the African buffalo and the zebra at the same time. So we have them. They seem to be getting on quite well. And then we have the lemur enclosure where we have the ring-tailed lemurs and the red-ruffed lemurs in together. So once again we're going to go look at the zoo, look at animals, and then we are going to go down, find the Nile monitors and decide which ones get to stay. Oh boy. Okay. Right, so it's only adults that we need to worry about. So Tahir should be released to the wild because he has the lowest rating. And then there's down to 3 adults again, and we're all good. Oh, wait, what? What? What was that? That just said... That just said an animal is preventing other ones from breeding. Oh. So apparently this guy here was preventing other animals from breeding. Ah, okay. That's going to be probably down to his... Yeah, he doesn't have... He's elderly. So I'm just going to rehome him. Because his alpha female... Ah, right. We need a male wild dog fast. Because I don't think we've got any. Wait. They're called... Oh yeah, African wild dogs. Oh no. Oh no! We've got an all-female enclosure now. It's not ideal. Difficult to have a breeding population with no males. Plain zebra is about to mature. Why do we have so many male zebra? Right, now we need to quickly compare their genetics. Their fertility is awful, but everything else is really good. Now we're going to release them to the wild. Keep the good stuff. Well, I want them. I'm trying to breed animals. Turgan, the snow leopard. the snow leopard breeding program is going really well. It's, I mean, there are 3 babies in there. Serious injury discovered, vet called. Yeah, that would do it. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different, I feel like, with life finding a way between these animals. Yeah, my problem with the baby snow leopards is that, see, I have a cat who thinks he's one. I'm probably going to release a bunch of these to the wild. Fighting due to overcrowding. You go to the trade center. You go to the trade center. And you go to the trade center. Actually, there's 18 animals. We've got 18 issues. That happened really quick. Animal was hungry. Animal's hungry. I mean... This could be... I'm worried. I'm going to click on the animals tab, and there's going to be loads of them. Yeah, that's a lot of... That's 10... That's 10 centipedes. I think it's time to release some of these to the wild. I think as usual we're going to keep the ones with the higher rating and release the others. For example, we've got quite a few of these spiders. And we're kind of just really keeping them for breeding. And the only real reason why I'm keeping hold of the ones with the higher ratings is because then they produce ones with higher ratings from then on. Hey, Clive? Clive? Buddy? Come here. And now be quiet. Alright? No, you just got to be quiet, fella. Yeah? Because no one needs to hear any of this. No one's interested. No one. This is when you guys pipe up and go, actually, we kind of are. We do want to hear from your cat. No. Yeah, we've got a lot of we've got a lot to release to the wild. A lot. Yeah, Gila monsters. So these popped up in a dream that I had the other night, which is totally bizarre. I was asleep, and I started dreaming about that. And this is genuinely very odd. That for some reason, I was trying to take animals from the US back over here to the UK, and you could only take 10, only 10 at a time. But I was trying to bring a bunch of animals back, and I have no idea why. It was really weird because they're all animals, and one of them was a Gila monster. So what? Never heard of it before this game. Alright, let's have a look. I think it's time for me to stop and have a look at the snow leopard situation, because I think there could be hearing them howl away, because we've got... Right, we've just boxed up their ones. So they're going to be due. Let's compare mates. That's can. So yeah, they're going to be having another one fairly soon, because everything's correct. That is a baby one. Yeah. Right. I am probably way over. I'm spending so much time with them. Right. So, we have got... Let's take out habitat. We've got 10 here, and if I were to release them into the wild, all of them, I wonder how many I would get. Alright, let's just have a say. I'm a little bit concerned that if I just want to know how much I'm going to get before I do it. Laurie, yeah. I don't know if you noticed. I've got 5 enclosures, and all of them are constantly breeding snow leopards. Like, they're just snow leopards everywhere. I've got snow leopards coming out of my ears. It's absolutely ridiculous. And I think all of them, they're all breeding pairs. Yeah. What a problem to have, though, right? Is that how many snow leopards you've got? Pfft, they're falling out of my ears. That's all I can tell you, really. Just snow leopards just pouring out of my ears. But what we want to do is we want to... And that's the 10 that I've got are just in storage. And I don't want to get rid of all of them. But I just want to know if I got rid of like the bottom 6, for example, and I were to release. Actually, I just want to know how much if we were to release all of them. 2,959 conservation credits. Well, what we could do is release like the lowest ones. I mean, just release the lowest 2. I kind of need to release a couple of females as well, a couple of males. Let's release the lowest male, the lowest 2 males maybe. Now we'll do that. There we go. Because I'm building up to hopefully be able to get some more animals in, and have another lot. Because we've got 3 red pandas, all females here in storage. They are all for when the current gene pool gets ruined, so we can bring them in and fix that. Same with the grizzly bear in here. This warthog, we're actually going to quick trade him out because we don't. It's no good having another male warthog. But yeah, I'm trying to plan ahead, and me and planning ahead doesn't normally go very well. That's interesting. Hang on, have I held onto these long enough that it says they're from here? Yeah, it does. So currently, as things stand, we've got a very good breeding stock to prevent inbreeding, because what happens is, this is a totally messed up thing with the breeding patterns, is only if they're within 1 generation of each other do they count as inbreeding. So if you have a like a mother and father, that's no good. But if you have a grandfather animal, it can mate with its granddaughter and be totally fine, and the genetics are all good. I mean, they wouldn't be at all Oh, I didn't see her there. But yeah, that's not too bad. Right, let's finish off. Let's finish off this stuff. I think we might have to pause again. Can't concentrate on too many things at the same time. Now, I think what we're going to do from here is going to switch themes to the African theme. And we'll put this here. Oh, I was hoping that we could advance move that, but we can't. Okay, we're going to then, see as I'm given no choice. I've got columns, wall pieces won't do it. In fact, they could do it. I think we might have a way around that. Then we drop that down there, and no one will ever know that it's there, and that shouldn't get in the way of people moving in and out. I guess I just need to watch one, not need to see someone go this way. I also haven't assigned any staff to this area yet. What are they doing? What are they actually doing? There's a lot of vandalism. It's just a bin. It's just a bin. Calm down. I just need to see someone go under that arch. Fine. Now we can jump back in. We can finish editing this off. Now, we were talking about names, weren't we, for this place, and we came up with what? Was it the Aardvark? Aardvark? I can't remember. Anyone remember? Aardvark? No, Aardvark Avenue. That was it. Aardvark Avenue. Cheers, Vortex. Got there eventually. And now we get to spell everything out on the ground and then move it up. It's a shame there isn't a price one. I wish that it was sorted. Oh, this might help actually. There we go. No, back up here. And the good news is we don't need to worry too much about if there's a bit of a thing with it, like if it's a little bit out of sync, because we can just blame it as that cool kiddie edgy style that everyone's such a fan of. Although that's a little bit too far away. I really wish there was a quicker way to do this, but there's not. That was ridiculous, wasn't it? Oh. Hello, undo button. Okay, now we can drag and select the whole lot and move it. This is like supposed to be the precision move, but it's super handy for moving signs like this. Now that's slightly angled forward. There we go. Now we're going to put some girders along the back. Hey Ray, how's it going? Is it steels with girders? I can hear Clive being barely controlled. Yeah, I'm talking about you, aren't I? And now, what are they under? Oh no, Ray, what are you going to do? You hit that point where you're like, they can play it on their own now. What are you supposed to do then? It's the, oh. You're just going to carry on your own now, are you? Yeah, I'm fine. I know what I'm doing now. Do you not need it? No, I'm fine. Oh. See, problem we have here is that I think this will look absolutely awful. Yeah, wasn't wrong. Hey man, Mags. Yeah, I'm loving it. I actually love the game. Yeah, Ray. That I have some appalling problems with moving things around sometimes, and it drives me insane. Pathing is probably the absolutely worst thing. I think honestly that the pathing in it has a lot to be desired, and sometimes you have to tear the pathing out completely to go back into it and kind of start again, and that is that drives me insane. Okay, Aardvark Avenue, and the Aardvarks are here, and the Aardvark. Oh, you know, I've not put bedding in for the Aardvarks. That's the thing. I don't seem too fussed about it, to the point. Wow, well, he's knocked her up. So yeah, Ray, I find it's a bit annoying when you're doing like you're doing something off of because I do with the pathing, I do a lot of it on line to grid, and then sometimes that can be so annoying. And people not walking down bleeding paths either. Right, we're going to need to go and sort the pangolins out in a minute. Yeah, we are, Clive. Weirdly enough, no, because it's the hard... And this red coverage thing... Golden rods, why are they in North America? Oh, they're North American. We need to get rid of them. Uh-oh. Didn't look very North American to me. Yeah, it doesn't. What would be quite cool though is in one of the tunnels, which I tell you, until I see an aardvark in a tunnel, I'm miffed. I built them tunnels. They should be having them. Let's go check out the pangolins. What's their issue? Oh, they're stressed. And there are oh god, there are way too many pangolins. When did that happen? So we've got an elderly but pregnant pangolin there. So we've got to keep the male, haven't we? Gonna give away that slightly younger one. Oh, it's not a great selection. Guess that's a start. Well, right, so Mags, they're supposed to. Aardvarks do like being underground, and from what I understand, they are actually nocturnal. I'm looking at it, and it's just sleeping here. I don't know if they like tunnels, but I've made them tunnels. Fight due to overcrowding. That's always a zebra. Let's see who's fighting. Oh, a pair of elderly females. I think we could probably just release them to the wild, you know, release both of them to the wild and get rid of them. Which is totally the wrong attitude to have when you're doing stuff like that. We talking about good? Hang on, wait. Are we talking about good eating on pangolins? Because I don't know about that. Stressed out lemurs. Always stressed lemurs. My lemurs are the most stressed animals you will ever meet. Like, lemurs, in reality, are super chilled. Like, they look as chilled as this guy here, just walking along. Chilled. Totally chilled. But then, in this game, no. Nope. Nope, they're just always stressed. Clive? Come here, buddy. Need to have a conversation, don't we? Being ignored by my cat. It's classic. Okay, so the reason why they're stressed out is... Hooray! That's the hide out. It's because there's people walking through. That's the problem, because there are always people walking through. And because there's always people walking through, they're stressed out about it. So I don't know how you're supposed to do a walk-through lemur enclosure, because that's quite a distance, and I've put, we put a lot of rocks in. Someone suggested that. But yeah, that's the problem. Why has this one got low welfare? Because it's stressed out. Oh, and it immediately isn't stressed anymore, but the social group's too large. We've got too many. Ideally, we could do with keeping some male red pandas. But yeah, their stress levels go up and down, up and down, up and down, and then up and down. Some sort of glass tunnel. They don't have them, do they? Yeah, they do. Once you've done some research, they do. Only okay. It's not a bad idea, and you get some one-way glass stuff as well. So that's we can actually have a look at that. I think that's something that we can actually take a look at. So yeah, we've got. I wanna. Gonna send to the trade center. Okay, back to. See, I wish that wouldn't reset your filters. So we want to do is in the habitat we only have we seriously only got 3 female red pandas in there. That's a problem. Need a male. Need a male in here. That's what we need. Fertility's good, so is immunity. So is hers. How do they compare? 50, 33, 35, 41. Okay. Tingji. Oh, that's a male. Wait. Right, package them up and gone. Then we're going to release this one to the wild. This one lurking up here. Good old Jin. Now, that's his mate. If we compare the mates, though, That's good. I think we're all good there. Although, look at him jumping into that tree. What a lad. Okay, glass tunnel. We suggested glass tunnels, didn't we? So, we're going to construction. Material. Glass. Property. No. I'm not sure. Do we have one-way glass stuff? We've got opaque glass, but not one-way. Yeah, I thought we might have like one-way tunnel-y stuff, but we have opaque stuff. Because what you could do, and this has got some potential to it, but it would mean that they couldn't. Oh, who broke that? Clive, come here. It is not your dinner time yet. You've got half an hour to go. You've got 30 minutes until it's your dinner time, mate. You need to keep it down. This is what time this normally starts off. It's great. But yeah, so what we could potentially do is in barriers, we have got one-way glass. So you could like basically just like put one-way glass all the way along the edge so that people can still see through it and the animals can't see them. Only problem is it's not climbable. And where it's not climbable, it means they can't get to half of their enclosure. Because where I'd want to build it off of would be like off of here. So you'd kind of add something in. So you change that to one-way glass, and you'd have it that way. So potentially they are kind of enclosed. Oh dearie me, this cat. I love animals. That's why I'm playing this game. But this guy, because then you have this going through here. I kind of tried this last time. And we'll go back and we'll change it all to one-way glass in a second. So, the reason why my cat is so noisy is because he's on a diet at the moment. And he's on a diet because he was a little bit overweight last time we took him to the vet. And the vet told me off. And he said he needs to lose weight, really, is what he said. And I feel like it when your vet says that. You kind of... Oh, that's not what we wanted. You kind of have to listen to them at that point. But I kind of wanted to say to him, I was like, well, are you going to be the one that has to deal with my cat shouting about dinner all the time? Yeah, loving it. Not so much. And nor are we. Because what he does in the mornings, I get up. And as soon as I stand up and get out of bed, he runs. And I mean absolutely runs directly at the... But he hasn't escaped. Right, this is going to be the problem. Because technically what this has done is this is... made it into... Oh, you missed the universal. Yeah, you did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But it's more kind of me wanting to explain why he doesn't love it. So they think that this lemur's escaped when he hasn't. And it's just the way people still complain about their view. So we need to change this so it's not an enclosure. That's an option. Habitat perimeter. There we go. So now it doesn't. So that one should no longer be counted as escaped. Oh, yeah. Where'd he go? Oh. So as things stand, that basically means the lemurs now can't... That should prevent lemur stress. Environment remains good, but what we will need to do is if we put something across the top so that they can actually get from one side to another. I think that would work. Oh god, people are savages. They've totally destroyed everything. Right, well, we put that there. And then one there. And now we can make it so that the... no, the one-way glass isn't back to front. Yeah, it is. I've totally put it back to front. We'll go back and we'll fix that. Oh boy, this cat's gonna get in trouble. Yeah. And this is why there is no cat cam. Because he just wanders around shouting about stuff instead. And then if we just straight duplicate that, then we will... And this way the lemurs can, if they so desire, get from one side of the enclosure to the other. Yeah, SNT, I got that wrong. That was a me problem. Okay, right, and then if the lemurs want to, they can go across, they can run around in here. I don't know if they want to particularly, there's not really anything in here for them, but they do have the option. And then we will fix out that, and then we will fix this one-way glass. Now, for some reason in my head I thought it was totally fine. There we go. Cool, done. Take that, lemurs. Where are they? Welfare is ridiculously low because of social space and stress. It has... Where are they? Wait, what? It's not part of your barrier, mate. What are you talking about? It's fine. But yeah, chances are they're not going to be very happy. Alright, Max. Catch you later. No. It's enough. No. It's me telling my cat off. Because otherwise he just carries on and goes on and on and on. We're to the point where Mrs. Plate is just going to have to feed him early. And this is one of the reasons why I moved my streams to a slightly different time. Let's unbox all the animals. Right. You know what? I don't think the lemurs are even going to go into this bit. Just don't think it's going to happen. I mean, they might. Let's see if that one. No, he doesn't. Not having any of it. Oh no, look, perfect. Okay. They still go into this bit. That's all I wanted to know they would. So that's fine. So they have an area that they can't be seen in, as far as they're concerned. Oh, you know what we forgot to do? Oh no, we didn't. Okay. I haven't... Yeah, we did forget to do something. So what we need is some staff that are assigned to the Aardvark Avenue. We're going to assign those staff rooms over there as well. Because, as I've mentioned, the people in this game are savages and don't do anything they're supposed to. Come on. I wish this was alphabetical. It'd be nice if it was, wouldn't it? But it's not. And as far as I know, there's no way to sort it. Where is there? Oh, they're sorted there. Okay, that makes sense. Right. So then what we're going to do, keep us en route. He's going to run in there and do his thing. And then he'll have to go and sort food out for them. Go in the tunnels, go in the tunnels. More Galapagos tortoise babies. Oh yeah, tortoises are really, they're like one hell of a breeding animal. So, one last thing. Let's see if we can find ourselves... Nope. I thought we might have to find a male African wild dog, but we can't. But we do have bonobos. I'm getting to that kind of point where I think we're ready to go for some top tier animals. I go for the super expensive ones, but they're only, you can't do much with two bonobos because they won't be happy, which we don't want. But I think I'm going to call time for my stream there. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 40 minutes. I wasn't really planning on that long. It always happens in this game though, where I end up playing way more than I thought I was going to. So, as usual, I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone who's been watching, much appreciated. Do feel free to hit the like button on the way out on YouTube. Also, if you haven't followed on Twitch, do follow on Twitch, and also subscribe on YouTube as well. It'd be much appreciated if you did. Remember, if you do like talking about games and you want some other people to talk to games about and play games with other people, then do feel free to join the Discord. The link is down in the description of the stream. Tomorrow, the beta for the Elite Dangerous January patch comes out, so we're going to be playing that and giving that a go. So hopefully I will see you all then. So, once again, thank you very much for watching. Commander Plater, out.